I found a problem with the stairs.
What's that?
Come to me real quick.
I want to come to you.
Okay.
I want to see you.
Okay.
I want to see you tear Goo down.
I'm gonna dress him down. Here, let me show you what's wrong with your
Your
stairs.
hair's different again. Sorry.
You just go on
I'm
your
not pushing
own.
anything.
That's fantastic. They're like
Oh,
escalators.
that's even
Sliding
better.
down.
Did you say problem? I think you meant
Yeah.
part.
It's an
This is a
escalator.
fucking feature, man.
Feature.
This is great.
That's fantastic. I just wish I only wish it went back up.
Yeah, see,
I would
there's
never-
your problem.
I would never touch my keyboard again.
Just go up and down the stairs.
Let's fully automate this shit.
I was researching.
Oh, I mean, not Blue Marine. I meant Blast Furnace.
Oh, I made the alloy smelting skill book. Let me.
Oh, it needs to go
let me
in my
look at
brick
that real
room over
quick.
here. And it needs a chimney.
Probably, yeah.
I'm gonna make you a chimney. What's going on with the podcasts? We suck. That's what's going on with the podcasts. We don't have time. Like, it's me, Co, and Chad are the only ones that can do the podcast. And
Oh.
every Wednesday
I've been
about that
wanting to-
time, we
I've
got
been
some
kicking
shit
around.
going on.
I've had a few people say they want me to do a meetup in New York, and it's such a. I mean, New York City's easy for anyone in this area to get to, I think, or easy enough for something like a meetup. But that's my biggest worry. I'm like, man, what if only one or two people show up, and they're just kind of difficult to be with? Like, what would I do? I could deal with a few difficult people in a group. I feel like I'm good at mitigating that as well as I can, but that's my biggest fear, that like a person shows up.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
People asked me to do it before in Raleigh, and I don't know. It always feels too close to home, too. Like, you can fucking follow me home from there.
I didn't even think of that shit. Holy.
It's over now. It's over now. Did you say you have an attack lizard?
Attack pig. There's a wild pig that's been living in my yard.
Dude, I heard a wild pig
Oh.
get someone at Firefest. Dude, did you guys hear about all the Firefest shit?
I
Yeah,
did hear about that. It sounded
No.
fantastic. Well,
Oh my
fantastically
God.
terrible. But
I have
was
no idea
bathing
what
in
it is.
I'm still bathing in it. Just saying it made me feel good. Long story short, Ja Rule made a festival that started getting marketed a couple months ago by like the Jenners or just Kylie Jenner and other like Instagram celebrities and shit. And it was marketed as an event to the elite and, you know, people who can. Cheapest tickets were $2,500, all the way up to apparently $250,000, and you could get your own villa on an island. It was just out of control, luxury. People start showing up to it, getting flown in from Miami to their private island, and it's literally a pile of fucking dirt in the middle of nowhere with feral dogs running around. Apparently, someone got bit by a pig.
What?
The luxury catering, they were handing them just pieces of bread with cheese on it. Then all the medical staff just left. It's
What the
Google
fuck?
it. You will read Google and Twitter shit and just sit there cracking up for hours. I made it
Was it-
sound a lot more dismal than it was, but just
it
imagine
a
a bunch
prank?
of rich people show up.
No.
Apparently, just there was a breakdown in communication with organizing it, and no one ever wanted to fess up to it, and they just let it get that far, up to the day of the event.
Holy. Whoa,
Yeah, the tents were literal disaster relief tents. That was the luxury lodging.
Holy, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, you're gonna have fun Googling it. What's the word? I never know it. I always want to say Schadenfreude. I know that's not right.
Schadenfreude.
It's not Schadenfreude.
It might as well be Schadenfreude.
Let's let it be
Whenever you take
Schadenfreude.
joy in watching other people in misery. Oh, yesterday was just
Schadenfreude or
bad.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Schadenfreude, I think.
Shoes and fruizies.
Apparently, early bird
About that
tickets
all
were
day.
500.
I heard that, but then someone else said that there were only like 50 available, and that it like only granted you access to a day one. They said in the end, like no one who bought a $500 ticket was there or affected by it because they would have had to fly in themselves. Like the base ticket was the one that involved the flight out of Miami, and those are the only people who made it there. What do you Google? Fyre Festival with a Y. Typed it for you. Have a good night. You're gonna love it. There's a lot of really good Instagram pictures, and people were documenting it. Is real good.
That's fucking bizarre.
The other organizer was some like 25-year-old hedge fund millionaire. I can't remember his
Billy
name, but he's
McFarland.
yes, that guy. And he claims it's going to come back next year and be even bigger and be in the United States and be free. Make up for it. So.
Well, it said all of the people got exclusive VIP passes to it, so
Oh.
to the one next year.
Apparently, it's going to be free for everyone though to get just attend.
Well, why though? Why? What's the pull? After this first one, isn't this like a really big advertisement to not go?
Yeah, right. Like it seems a lot like I feel like they would have been better off being like, "Holy God, we fucked up. Everyone's getting full refunds. Bye."
Well, that's the thing. He's probably hoping no one remembers in a year's time.
Everyone will remember. This is my favorite new thing. I'll never stop talking about it.
You know, I found out the other day. Do you guys remember Minorama?
No.
No.
There was a Minecraft convention that basically turned out like this and went really bad. There was a guy named Lou and a guy named Jojo that were starting it, and they tried to get Minecraft to be a part of it, but like I did some research early on and found out that they were basically full of shit. But a lot of people had like got in with it, like Sky Does Minecraft and all these other people, and then like when it came time for the actual event, no, there wasn't a venue booked or anything. So like Sky and all the other guys end up like renting out a space and did something to try to take up for it. But I found out that the JoJo guy, like Lou, like checked out, I guess, after all this, and JoJo got stuck with a bunch of debt from it all, and apparently killed himself last year over it all.
Damn.
Wow.
Over what now?
Minorama.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the funny things at that Fyre festival, everyone stranded had no money to get back home or do anything because the festival was digital currency only, where you had to wear an RFID wrist bracelet that you load money onto the day before it.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah. And that's just one logistical nightmare. Why add it to the pile? You know?
Bizarre.
Oh, it's not wide enough either, Co?
It's a big thing. Big.
All this stuff said, I really think we should organize a LAN party. I really think we should. I'm bouncing back to that idea.
Really?
Yeah.
When you say a LAN
so I
party, you mean just
recently-
like us?
Or
Or like a...
public too. I would really do either. But I
Oh, you were
think it'd be cool to
serious?
do like a... Yeah.
Oh.
So here's a cool thing I did recently. I did way more airline research, and some airlines also updated their policies in the last year, where I think it's doable for me to at least fly around. But I feel like that just opens me up travel wise. That's why I was excited about the Switch too. I'm like, I think I'm gonna start doing some traveling. I'm gonna try to. And I feel like I've slimmed up a bit. What did it for me is this chair I have at home is purposely wide, and it's pretty much the same width as Delta First Class, I found out. Like a little bit smaller. So I'm like, huh, I think I could do this now.
I like that you said Delta.
But yeah, Delta, I feel like Delta seems like where it might be at for me.
Isn't first class insanely expensive?
No.
It depends.
For certain flights, but I looked at here to Arizona and here to Chicago and some other places, and it wasn't too bad. Like, it was less. It cost about the same as if I had to buy 2 seats in coach. You know.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
A little bit more, but it was really dependent on where, and it was dependent on timing too.
And if you
Like,
if you fly a lot, like, I don't know, like at this point, all my flights get upgraded to first class, and I don't even pay for first class. So, like, if you actually start flying a lot, like it kind of, I don't know. And if you pay for first class for the first year, you get so many points that it makes it easy to become like platinum or whatever. So you just get upgraded to first class.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to take off with because I've been slimming down a bit, and I'm starting to feel more comfortable in seats and shit like that, and that's what put the thought in my head.
That
That's
would
good.
be awesome.
Yeah.
You should get if you do start flying Delta, you should get one of the American Express cards because you get like triple points or something.
I have to build credit, so I'm gonna look into that. I'm pissed off. I've been trying to get. I need to build credit because my credit score is not horrendous, but it's not good, and everything's telling me like, oh, it's because you have no open lines of credit, and no one will give me any. So
Start by getting a secured card
From
where
the
like you put like
Preload.
$500 down,
okay,
and then I think like Capital One has one, a bunch of banks have one, but just make sure that it's one that actually reports to the credit bureau, and that will get you up significantly, like
know about how
relatively quickly.
oh,
Huh?
okay, and it'll do it pretty quickly.
Yeah,
It's not
gonna
like
take
multiple
months.
years. Months is fine.
months. Yeah.
Yeah, it's years where I get nervous.
yeah,
Like
no,
I
it
finally
won't.
a bunch of debt I defaulted on finally passed the, I think it's like 7-year or 6-year, whatever it is. It's not on my report anymore.
Nice.
I got Co's up what, like 60 or 80 points over like the last year.
Nice. Yeah, I gotta do that. I also, my grandmother said she'd sign in on an auto loan with me, so I feel like that'd give me a boost.
Yeah, that will too. A lot.
Nice. Yeah, I feel like this is very much the year I'm like, ooh, gotta learn all this adult stuff. I never did.
I just learned it recently too, so it's
Yeah. Like I haven't been to like just a straight up LAN party. It's got to be almost a decade now. Like just rows of computers, that'd be awesome. And even if it was just a few of us, that'd be awesome if we just went with the intention of gaming.
I did a lot with my friends before I moved to Arizona. Well, not a shitload, but we had some pretty good ones
Yeah.
a few times. And then
Yeah, I could think of like a good like 5 or 6 always come to mind for me. And I'm mad we never did more.
I have never been to a LAN party.
well, yeah. They were like a very small sliver of time
Yeah.
where they were relevant because, like, when I moved to Arizona, I went to a few, but it's really weird going to something like that without a friend, just going on your own with your fucking computer and shit. And then not long after that, the internet became fast enough that nobody wanted to fucking do a LAN party anymore. So
Yeah.
now the only reason to do it is to just hang out with some friends. Back then it used to be because you could play Counter-Strike with one ping.
Yeah. It's like, oh my god, we could all play together with no lag. I'll never forget the one I went to at my friend's house. It was my first time meeting him. I only knew my friend who was bringing me, so I was extremely timid. But God, it was like 50, 60 people in a basement, in a huge basement, and like there were prizes and shit for doing well, and it was all hand-me-down hardware and stuff that people just brought with them. But it was
Fantastic.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember everybody exchanging game CDs and installing games and then going to CD copy world, getting the cracks for all the games. So we all had the same PC games. That was always the beginning session of the LAN party was passing games around.
Yeah, that's awesome. I missed that. I remember like doing like the chain of what was it called when you would install StarCraft 2? It was like a clone install?
Yeah.
There's a word for it.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
that, right?
Multiplayer clone.
Yeah, I remember just walking around the room doing clone installs on everyone's computer. It was the best too for file sharing. Everyone would just turn on network sharing and go wild grabbing music and movies and shit.
Swapping porn videos.
Oh yeah.
And everybody would get the what the fuck was that virus called? Like Nimda? I think it was the Nimda virus. It was the one that would like it just filled up all your storage space with garbage until your computer locked up, and that was that.
Oh man. I don't think I ever got hit with that one. I got a lot of really bad viruses when I was younger. And a lot of the time it was because I went, oh, I want to download this and see what it does and then see if I could fix it. And then I did definitely fucked a computer two up real bad from that.
Oh yeah, spawned installation, multiplayer spawned.
Spawn, yeah, that's what it was.
Use
That was
that
great.
that Zerg terminology.
Yeah. Did you hear about this whole StarCraft remake thing? Am I behind on this now? I don't know if it already. I don't think. Well, I think StarCraft 2 was going free,
Really?
but I heard they were making an updated graphics version of the original StarCraft.
Yeah, I saw something like that. I
Yeah.
thought they were. The only thing I really know more about is that they were gonna do or talked about doing a Diablo and Diablo 2 remaster, and they decided not to because
Yeah.
fuck everyone.
Any of you fuck with World War II Online when that was a thing?
No.
I
Remember that?
never did. I remember seeing it on the shelf.
Ooh, man, that
Big
was.
yellow box.
I remember that was like the benchmark for failed MMO launch at the time, because there weren't really many. I think it was only competing with, like, in terms of being a massive scale game, only games like Ultima Online, EverQuest, Anarchy Online, and like the Asian market. So it was very early. This is like late 90s, maybe 2000. But it was supposed to be like thousands of players, World War II combat. Like you sit on a convoy for hours, get into fights. And I want to say the game, no one could even log into or play the game for like up to maybe months after release.
Wow.
Like they had to send patch after patch after patch, and none of them worked. And everyone was still on like 56K these days, so people were fucking fuming about it. It was just, I remember the whole thing being a nightmare. And then when the game came out, I actually loved it because it was like you had like I remember my first experience was sitting on a truck for about an hour and a half, trying to drive all the way the fuck across Europe and then getting shot in the head. And I was like, man, that was kind of cool though. That is this big a scale. But turns out people are bored by that, and no one played it. Or not many. They just kept scaling it back and back and back. I even played it like probably 10 years later.
Kind of funny thinking about the legacy of some of these games.
Yeah.
It's a lot more than you might realize. Like some things that come out today are they have like a deep legacy that led to them. Because around the time that World War II Online came out was also when Operation Flashpoint was on the shelves.
Yeah.
And Operation Flashpoint begat Arma, which begat Battle Royale, and eventually PUBG.
Yep. I've been dying to watch the Battle Royale movie. Someone, I can't remember what the tweet was, but it was something. It was Fyre Festival, that's what it was. Someone said, here's an actual picture of the organizer of Fyre Festival, and it was a screenshot from the movie of him pointing at the blackboard where it says Battle Royale.
This is just getting worse, Co. Look at this mess.
All right, what kind of mess y'all got? Let me see your mess. Ugh. That's when you pick apply.
Okay. Well, I mean, you use brick roof or something, I guess. Tear this roof off. Because this is lumber roof, so
Oh.
it's not...
Whoa! Where'd that fucking chimney come from?
Yeah, it's cool. Uh-huh. What?
That's cool as shit.
Right.
How long has that been there?
The whole day. I was talking about it so much. It's my new favorite
Bit of a
thing.
while.
You know what? In my head, so at some point I bounced over the roof of the kitchen, and there's a little chimney on it that's like a single block wide and does nothing. Where was I? Where did I see this thing?
Yeah, that's on
Was it
your
up here?
right over here by your pizza oven.
By my pizza oven?
Yeah.
I for some reason in my head I thought you were talking about that chimney. I'm like, that shit looks stupid. I don't know what he's talking about. That chimney's fucking sick though. So what's that for? What's this building?
That's the cement mixer.
Holy shit. Wow. That's intense. All those requirements.
Oh, man. Building in this game is not fun.
There needs to be a
Not at
reticle,
all.
I think. I think that would help.
Maybe. Yeah, a reticle would probably help. Because the whole fucking crazy dance it does when you try to like place a block, you trying to just I just want to put the block here.
Yeah.
It has 15 different positions, none of them right.
Yeah.
It's not like good options. It's not like, oh, this is cool. I can do all these different things. It's more like all of these are bad except for one. And that one isn't even very good, really. Imagine if this game had just... I want to say it. Portal Knights building system.